Yeah, yeah, you know, I just want to give up faith on faith itself. Sometimes I want to give up faith on faith itself. Cause the idealism of having faith in something is actually having faith in nothing. Cause if you put too much faith into one thing, that one thing will actually eventually equal out to nothing. Sometimes it's hard to agree with that fully correctified terminology, but that fully correctified terminology is only terminologically what you put it out to be. You could only really respectfully respect yourself, but not really learn to really respect nobody else, because they don't really respect you for the first time that they really got to know you, when they first got to meet you in person, so their whole persona changes. Their alter ego flips the script, and now they have no fucking alter ego, they're just always full of shit. You know how fucked up that is? Do you know what it's like to almost be 26 years old and never really ever had a best friend, even if it's not just a girlfriend, no, just a friend? You know how motherfucking bad that shit would suck to have to live your fucking last 4 to 5 years in silence, always crying in bed when you really should just be closing your eyelids? I do. I know what that's like, to always be like, feeling like, to always be feeling like everybody's just saying fuck you, but it's really not that necessarily. They could be trying to say fuck you, or they don't trust you, but if you don't give them reasons to not trust you, then they'll always put their trust in you. Well, thank God that Dustin LEE is still a motherfucking certified awesome person. Yes, indeed, a certified awesome person. I said the same thing once, I'll say the same damn thing twice till it fucking reaches your brain matter, because you don't have no brain matter. So even though you don't have brain matter, I literally took all of the existing brain matter in the world, shoved it into your head. Now you have brain matter, it's just all mumbled and jumbled up, so it's like a motherfucking giant gumbo that I just have to keep stirring up. And just keep on stirring up the replacement of all the brain cells that I stuck inside of your brain, which really makes it seem like your brain belonged to somebody else who was not me. And I'm just making the world's tastiest gumbo with your brain cells, because you ain't got no fucking brain cells. So I have to rearrange the brain cells that I gave to you so I can still say fuck you. I just don't know what to do sometimes. And I just don't know what's real sometimes. That's a lie. Of course I know what's true. I know what's true in my life, because if I didn't know what was true in my life, then I would be just like you. I'd be uncool. I would have nobody. Even if it was outside of not having just a friend, I would still be the same little kid who really grown up and blown up to just go nuts and still erupt. Always causing eruption, always causing a ruckus. Never really knows which path he should take until that day when he figures out the path that he should take. Then after he figures out the path that he should take, is he really gonna take that path anyways? Cause it doesn't really matter anyways, cause even if he does, nobody else excluding him will give a fuck. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is sometimes. Life is lifeless. That's just how it is though sometimes. Life is lifeless. That's just how it is though sometimes. Life is lifeless. Cause it seems like life just doesn't exist. The idealism of the word life, it just doesn't exist. Cause when you really take it and flip it from fully correctified terminological evidence which surrounds itself, the evidence is nowhere to be seen. Like somebody who covered up all their footprints and wore a pair of gloves on a motherfucking murder scene. Do you understand what it's like to be unheard of from you, but then still feel like I'm unheard of from myself, so I can't really feel like I'm fearing myself, because I don't really fear myself. I never feared myself, I always feared everybody else, but at the same time, in my heart, I never really feared anybody else, definitely not myself. Sometimes life is like that though, and it's just how it will remain. Sometimes life is like that though, and that's just how it will remain. Killing this freestyle rap track. Sometimes life is like that though, and that's just how it will remain. Killing this freestyle rap track. They think that it's an official music video, but it's actually the exact opposite of that. Sometimes life is like that though, and I don't really know why. Sometimes life is like that though, and I don't really know why. But it's just how it is sometimes. Imagine if it flipped to all the time. Imagine if sometimes was all the time. Imagine if sometimes you got a little bit of love from somebody who isn't you and then it felt genuine. Now imagine if all the time you got love from that same person and all of that same love was genuine. Is there a difference between those two things? Fuck yeah there is, but it never really seems like it from the beginning.